Hi, hello, hola, au revoir. No, not au revoir. What am I saying? Hi, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Build Yourself Up. It's a podcast about pulling yourself together, getting yourself out of the what would you say? I'm looking for the word depressed state, lonely state, only feeling victimized, always feeling victimized. And all of this would be, you know, told through pulling yourself out, through stories that you would hear from real people, how they got themselves out of these stories. So we'll be using layman's terms. It would not be a whole bunch of big words or whatever. No, it just be simple, nice, concise way of explaining this, how we see it, how to pull yourself up. If maybe you had a bad breakup, maybe you family issues, maybe work related issues where it's led to depression. You never know. Family loss, anything. The possibility could be endless. You've gone through tragedy and then something is happening. So the main objective or the mission of this podcast is to help those that need help in pulling themselves out of the rut. Get help. I, Isaac Mensa, being one of them, managed to do this, and I would like to share some of my stories, and then those that have it too could share theirs. So welcome to the show, and thank you for tuning in. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the very first installment, the taster, the one to get you all started, the one to let you decide if you want to stick around and take this journey with me. You know what I mean? But I hope you do, because we have a lot installed. And when I say we, me and my co-host that would occasionally take over the show and perform. But once again, I would love to thank you if you're tuning in. I'm thanking you because you're actually taking a step to try and better yourself, and which also tells me that you are invested in yourself, your personal growth and your personal values and what drives you forward. So I would like to thank you for that, because with my history and anything I've learned up until my years now, is that people that are willing to invest in themselves always are part of the solution. They are never part of the problem. So, and the more people that we get to the solution side, the world will be a better place. So yeah, thank you. And yeah, on this podcast, I said earlier in the intro, we're going to be talking about how to pull yourself together, tackling some key issues that need to be dealt with. Some of the questions that will be posed will dig deep into yourself in order to answer it properly. The young version of yourself would be would have to resurface. Everything will be done through layman's terms. Everything will be done through simple English, through the eyes of someone whose highest education level is college. But the school of life has given me so much knowledge. Being in the streets has given me so much knowledge. But take everything with a grain of salt. I am not saying that I have a professional degree in terms of psychology or anything like that. No. So whatever you do here, do your research and then put some effort into it to find out, compare and contrast facts as we were all taught through high school. That's the goal here. But storytelling, that would be another way of sharing these information with my guests, my listeners, anyone that's prepared to listen. So we'll start this show with wait, hold on. Yup. Okay, we're back. So I have a story I want you to walk away with, and this story has a moral to it, and I hope you, the listener, once you hear the story and you're able to pick up on the moral or the message it's trying to send to you, give me a shout out, send me an email or get in contact and let me know how useful it was to you. Okay? So in ancient times in Africa, specifically the western part of Africa, there was a chief ruler in the western side of Africa that set out to better his constituency. He noticed that his villagers, his subjects, were all complaining, had a dull face with them during every day. He wondered what was going on. So he sent one of his messengers around the town to look up to find out any problem that was happening. His messenger went out, did the rounds, came back and said, "Oh, the town's road passageways are blocked a little bit, and the farmers and the goods transporters, logistics wasn't really happening." So the chief was like, "Okay, how come these roads aren't, what's blocking them? What's in the way? How come it's not free?" So the messenger says there's a boulder in some of the roads because of the rain and the mudslide, because of where the town is situated. It's at the bottom of a hill, and occasionally some mudslides has happened in the past and no one has ever bothered to clean it up. So the chief was like, "Okay, we all live in this town together, so why wouldn't everyone help to try and clear the way so we can all live peacefully?" Because that's what he believes in. One day he said, okay, he's going to test the theory to see if his own villagers don't care or is it just laziness. They went to the central part of the town where there's the first blockage. They put gold underneath one of the boulder, and then they called if this put a poster out on all the major places in the village and said, if anyone can help move this boulder, it will be greatly appreciated on a specific day. When that day came, no one turned up, but only one peasant farmer boy that no one really cared. He wanted to do good. He wanted to be a participant. He wanted to be a patriot of that town. So he, amongst other the chiefs, not knowing that the chiefs were hiding behind and the subjects and the messengers were hiding behind the bushes, he pushed a part of the boulder off the road by himself using a log. In doing so, he ended up discovering the money that the chief has left behind, with a note saying, whoever did the job of pushing this boulder away from the streets so that there's clear path, it's yours. He couldn't believe his eyes. Hey, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for lending me your ears. Thanks for paying attention. Thanks for sharing. This is the first installment. More is coming, more production, more structure, and more everything. So I hope this first teaser whets your appetite and gives you more. If not, stick around. It's only gonna get better from here. And what I would love to leave you guys with is a few character traits that we all need, right? This is essentially what the whole podcast is about. A few character traits that I'm talking about is bright, cheerful, charming, friendly, encouraging, peaceful, pleasant, respectful, so those are the ones we need. Those are the listeners we're looking for. If you happen to be sad, antisocial, comfortless, depressed, friendless, gloomy, heartbroken, hopeless, isolated, stick around. Uncooperative, we'll get to the bottom of this, as the episodes and everything roll out. But once again, thank you for listening in. Bye for now.